All right, so this is about what I eat in a day. All right, so um, one way that you can look at the carnivore diet is that it's like some fictional thing that somebody wrote down on a piece of paper and it's working for somebody. And so you go read a book on the carnivore diet, and there's probably like 24 rules of what to do and what not to do. And so people go on the Facebook groups and they ask, hey, is this allowed? Can I eat this on this diet? What do you guys think about this? And there's nothing wrong with asking the questions, but they ask in such a way that sort of insinuates that there's a right and a wrong way to do it. And I think that there is. So basically, you can just eat hot dogs all day, every day, right? Just like the $2 Walmart pack of hot dogs all day, every day, and technically you're carnivore. You're eating a carnivorous diet. But I mean, the repercussions of that would be the low quality of meat, the possibility of pathogens being in it, the hormones or the antibiotics that are in that, and then you're getting a not a very well-rounded food source. You're just eating one thing. And so the point of this video is to say what I think is the best kind of way to go about what to buy, what not to buy, and kind of how I eat. Today when I got home, I ate a few slices of salami, just as that's sort of like my snack. That's just like a delicious little thing. It's honestly probably shouldn't be a part of my diet, but it's just salami, pepperoni. This shit's great. And then my wife made me a bowl of this really good, what she called like brownie batter, which was like a few raw eggs and some honey and some cacao, a little bit of cacao powder. It's not going to kill anybody. Like some salt, some collagen, that kind of a thing. And it was just like this delectable, delicious stevia sweetened and honey batter that has a little bit of plants in it, but by and large, it's carnivorous, and that's kind of how I'm going about it. And then she made me a little bit of mushrooms and a pound of ground pork. And so what I did was I got like some gravy at the store, and I poured that all over the ground pork, and man, it was good. It was really good. Then there was like a little bit of a ghee-based broth with some cut up mushrooms in it, and like that's one meal. I'm only eating like one big meal a day, and then just like a little bit afterward, to supplement. So I'll probably eat some steak or some ground beef later on through the day, and then I skip lunch and I don't eat throughout the day until about 2 p.m. so that I'm giving my body a break from eating, and so I go into a fasted state, activating autophagy and sort of renewing the cells of my body, and giving myself a big break while I'm at work so that I have more energy. Now, what I would go about, like, if you really want to go shopping for groceries, I think it's important, if you're on a shoestring budget like I am. Like, it's not that I don't make enough money, but I have to be careful about what we spend at the grocery store, because it can add up really, really quickly. Now, granted, I'm only eating meat, so my grocery list is very simplified. But what I'm looking for is like the bulk of my food is like $6 a pound or less. Now, I like once a week I'm gonna get like some high quality steaks, and that's a treat to myself and whoever in my family also wants some. But I'm looking at things per pound, and um, and I don't want to go with just whatever meat is $2 a pound or $5 a pound, because I'm also looking for quality. And if and so I'm looking for instance, with beef, I'm looking for grass-fed beef because it has the most DHA, and because it's a food source that the animal is very long acquainted with and can digest. It was made for that food. It's the most nutritious thing for the beast to eat, and it has such a huge growth factor that that grass grows cows. So that's what we want them to eat, and then I want it to be as close to organic as possible. I will buy something that's not no antibiotics and no hormones. I won't buy anything that has hormones or antibiotics. I don't want to feed my family that. I don't want my family to have like antibiotic resistant pathogens, or to give my 3-year-old hormones that could inhibit or promote unnatural growth. So that's for beef. I'm looking for like a good quality grass-fed beef that doesn't break the bank. And sometimes you gotta alternate stores, right? So like for my eggs, I'm going to Natural Grocers because they have great pasture-raised eggs for like $2, $3 a carton. And then I go over to this little place here in Salem, Oregon called Grocery Outlet, which is like, it's like a post-retail store that sells food for like a wholesale price. And for some reason, thank God, they actually have some grass-fed meat there. And so I'm getting like 2.5 pounds of grass-fed organic beef for $10. So I'm stoked about that. I hope that keeps going. And then and then there's this other rinky-dink little store here called Wheeler Dealer, and basically that's what they do. They just wheel and deal. They sell things that are kind of going off the shelves somewhere else, and they sell it for deep discount. And I hope that your store, wherever you are, I hope that you have these kinds of places in your town. You kind of got to look around, but this place had dollar pounds of grass-fed ghee, so that's hugely helpful. So I implore you to check out wherever you are what things like that might be available. And then, if you don't have good quality products, then, look at farms nearby, definitely. That would be my next step. I don't want to be relying on the grocery store forever, and that's really not as ethical as I'd like to be. So yeah, you can go to farms nearby. You can order off like Butcher Block, order some things on Amazon. Thank God this is just a simple diet. And so yeah, what I likely eat in a day is I'll wake up and I'll have like a collagen rich bulletproof latte with some magnesium. I do instant coffee, this instant organic coffee, forgot the brand, it's so good though. I sweeten it with stevia, and then I put some salt and the collagen and some ghee in it, and then I blend that up. And yes, like again, I drink coffee, which is a plant. And I think that, if with every diet, there's going to be like some big dogma. Like, right? There's always going to be the person that's like, you're not full carnivore. oh, you're not all the way keto, and it's like it gets so monotonous and just annoying. Because like first of all, like coffee's not, if your plan for any of these diets is to lose weight, which most people it is, man, coffee's not gonna hurt you. The only thing about coffee is it's like a stimulant, or you might have an issue with like a reaction to mycotoxins from mold if you don't have a good source of coffee. But man, we don't have to be so dogmatic about these diets. Like I eat meat, I eat animal products, and if some plants get in, that's really okay. That 1% of plants. So it's like take it easy on yourself. Like I said at the beginning of the video, like it doesn't have to be completely strict. Like you know what to do with this kind of diet. It's not like some paleo or keto diet where you have to like learn all of these different routines and protocols of eating and like getting to know all of your ratios of your macros and getting all of that right. I'd say with this, eat collagen with every meal because you want to raise your methionine amino acid to offset the glycine from the meat, which can create an imbalance. I don't fully understand that yet, but I do know that that's what's going on. And you want to have a lot of salt, especially at first when your body's transitioning metabolically, and you'll go through kind of a keto flu where your body's running hard to learn how to make ketones, fat-based energy source, and you'll go through a sort of like a flu-like symptoms. And one way to really ride that through is to have a little bit of MCT every once in a while, and to take potassium and salt and magnesium, restore your electrolytes. It helps a lot. So yeah, I'm doing meat, I'm doing collagen for sure, adding a lot of salt, and I'm not drinking a lot of water after I eat, right? Because I don't want to dilute my stomach acid. That's really important. Because as you're going onto a carnivore diet, your stomach acid is actually kind of low. And for most people, it's lower than it ought to be. And I think that the carnivore diet is going to eventually raise your stomach acid. And it'll get higher and higher. So yeah, that's all I got for this video. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, accusations. Hit me up. Take care.